Issue 7th edition, Education and Training.
Copyright notice. This book is reproduced in accessible format for people with bona fide print disabilities by Mitra Jyoti. Mitra Jyoti's address is CA site number P22, 18th Cross, 31st Main, Sector 1, HSR Layout, behind NIFT College, Bengaluru, 560102. Phone number 2258-7623 or 2258-7625. Country code +91, Bengaluru code 080. Email address mj.tblibrary@gmail.com. Website www.mitrajyoti.org. Mitra Jyoti spelling MITRAJYOTHI. This book is created for distribution for the print disabled only and in accordance with the Marrakesh Treaty ratified by India on July 24, 2014 and Section 52(1)(ZB of the Copyright Act 1957. This accessible format production of the original publication is permitted to be used only by persons with print disabilities. Any further reproduction, distribution to any person without a print disability, or any commercial use of this book is strictly prohibited and will be subject to legal action.
Beginning of the book. Hello dear listeners, hope you are fine. Now I am going to read the book, 7th edition of the Industry Mitra Quarterly Magazine, Education and Training. This book is produced in DAISY format by Mitra Jyoti.
Activities at Mitra Jyoti. Dear friends, Mitra Jyoti is a registered charitable trust established by Dr. Madhu Singhal with like-minded people in 1990 with the objective of integrating persons with disability into mainstream society. Currently, it is located in HSR Layout, Bangalore. Its main aim is to enable visually challenged persons to lead an independent, self-reliant and respectable lives through education, training, guidance, information and technology. It also focuses on joining them to the mainstream of the society. To accomplish this, Mitra Jyoti has various programs. Let us know more about these programs now. In Independent Living Skills Training Program, visually challenged women are taught about house management techniques, orientation and mobility, handicrafts, basic health and hygiene, personality development, etc. In Computer Training Program, visually challenged persons are trained to use computers with the help of softwares such as JAWS and NVDA. We conduct 3 months basic course, 6 months advanced course and TCS aided 45 days advanced computer training course. Other essential skills for employment such as personality development, communication in English language, mobility skills, etc. are also part of this training. After the training program, the organization helps the eligible students in placements also. During the training program, the food and accommodation is provided in the campus itself. We also have Center for Empowerment of Women with Disabilities in Electronic City, Bangalore. It is a safe and secure hostel for working and studying women with disabilities. As a part of Educational Resource Center, we produce audio versions of textbooks from class 1 to post-graduation in DAISY format. Audio books for competitive exams, novels, biographies, etc. are also available in Kannada, English and Hindi languages. Currently, we are also producing books in EPUB and DAISY with images formats. As Mitra Jyoti's library has collaboration with online libraries such as Sugamya Pustakalaya and Bookshare, Mitrajyoti members can also download books from these websites. In addition, library also publishes two Kannada monthly audio magazines like Sanchaya, containing general articles for entertainment, and Spardha Shrinkala that helps students to prepare for competitive exams. Along with this, an English audio magazine called Industry Mitra, giving information about different employment sectors, is also published regularly. The center's Braille Transcription Center is equipped with latest Braille embossers and tactile embosser. Using this, we provide Braille copies of required books in Kannada, English and Hindi languages, and also tactile pictures. Calendars, business cards, etc. are also available in Braille script. Braille Press also publishes a Kannada monthly Braille magazine, Jnana Samhita, and an English quarterly Braille magazine, Insight, regularly. Through its job placement cell, Mitrajyoti also helps specially abled people to get jobs in various sectors like banking, manufacturing, IT companies, teaching, government offices, etc. It also regularly conducts various workshops on social legal awareness, health and hygiene, family planning, personality development, traffic safety, etc. Equipments like Daisy Player, Smart Cane, Braille Slate, Stylus, chess, cricket ball, etc. that are specially made for visually challenged people are also available at Mitrajyoti. To use these facilities and other informations, please contact Mitrajyoti through phone or email. Thank you.
Agenda.
Hi, this is Shweta Yadav. With me is Manik Mahajan, Gauri Warrior, Mufid Sheikh, Malvika Nair, Gokul Venu, Rashmika Prakash, and Deepti Satish Kumar. Welcome to the 7th edition of the Industry Mitra Quarterly Audio Magazine, where we aim to familiarize our listeners with different industries in our country, their impact and scale, background, government policies, employment opportunities for visually impaired, and inspiring success stories. In this edition, we're going to talk about the education and training sector. Education and training industry in India. India holds an important place in the global education industry. India has one of the largest networks of higher education institutions in the world. However, there is still a lot of potential for further development in the education system. Moreover, the aim of the government to raise its current gross enrollment ratio to 30% by 2020 will also boost the growth of distance education in India. With the increasing adoption of the internet and rise in awareness about e-learning, the online education industry is expected to witness promising growth during the forecast period. India has the world's largest population of about 500 million in the age bracket of 5 to 24 years, which provides a great opportunity for the education sector. Number of colleges and universities in India reached 39,931 and 993 respectively in financial year 19. India had 37.4 million students enrolled in higher education in financial year 19 and the gross enrollment ratio in higher education reached 26.3%. The country has become the second largest market for e-learning after the United States. The sector is expected to reach $1.96 billion by 2021 with around 9.5 million users. The online education market in India was valued at INR 39 billion in 2018 and is expected to reach INR 360 billion by 2024. Ease of learning, flexibility, and a wide range of study materials have influenced the overall growth of the industry. Scale and infrastructure. With the announcement of the new education policy, the central government is set to take a massive overhaul of the current education system. According to the Union Cabinet, the new education policy is a comprehensive framework to guide the development of education in the country. Some of the key talking points of the new education policy include opening Indian higher education to foreign universities, dismantling of the All India Council for Technical Education, introduction of a 4-year multidisciplinary undergraduate program with multiple exit options, and discontinuation of the MPhil program. When it comes to school education, the policy aims to focus on overhauling the curriculum. In a significant shift from the previous new education policy, the new policy is pushing for the facilitation of a new 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 year system of learning instead of the present 10 plus 2 system. The 5 years correspond to ages 3 to 8, which is the foundational stage. 3 years correspond to ages 8 to 11, which is the preparatory stage. Next 3 years correspond to ages 11 to 14, which is the middle stage. And the last 4 correspond to ages 14 to 18, which is the secondary stage. Another major hallmark of the new education policy is that students will be taught in their mother tongue till the 5th standard. The policy also aims to phase out all institutes offering just single streams, and that all universities and colleges must aim to become multidisciplinary by 2040. At the undergraduate level, students have the option of exiting with a certificate, 2 years with a diploma, and after 3 years with a bachelor's degree. The 4th year can be undertaken to conduct research in their respective fields. This final year of research studies is required as a requisite in many postgraduate research programs, home and abroad. The Union government has also announced that it will allot funds ranging close to 6% of the current GDP to initiate changes to bring about the new system. Despite the criticism from educators and policy experts regarding the implementation of the policy, the central government has decided to roll out their plan for as soon as 2021. The effects of the changes can only be witnessed in the distant future. Scope and career opportunities. 50% of India's population is the youth. This means that the Indian education sector is huge with a population of 1.13 billion. India has around 367 universities, 18,000 colleges, about 500,000 teachers, and around 11 million students. The private education industry is estimated to be between 20,000 and 25,000 crores. With an increase in the average Indian household, more money is being kept aside for education purposes. Also, because of the initiatives of the government, more students are enrolling themselves for higher education. This means more colleges are needed to cater to these students. Also, the demand for education is inflexible. That is, no matter what, the education sector is not going to collapse. With the internet, modern devices and highly sophisticated software is available at every nook and corner of even the semi-developed cities in India. Now, the scope of reach of education has widened like never before. The impact of EdTech on education and society in general is amazing. And this sector, as a business opportunity, is within the grasp as well. The companies which started up in EdTech even a few years ago have gained ground. A leading example is Byju's, the EdTech and online tutoring firm started up in 2011. In March 2019, it was the world's most valued EdTech company at $5.4 billion. The increase in literacy rate and digital learning is instrumental in the growth of the Indian education industry. The school segment consists of primary and secondary school education, which forms 52% of the education industry. This segment offers the biggest opportunities for development. Skill development. The Indian Association for the Blind offers several initiatives for the purpose of helping blind individuals become independent and employable. 1. Computer training. Each year, around 300 people acquire computer literacy with this training, learning skills like keyboard typing, software package familiarization, and internet usage. Business process outsourcing training. Client-center communication etiquettes, languages, and special industry-specific trainings are given, which has helped students find placements in Tata Docomo, Sun Direct, and other organizations. Indian Association for Blind also offers trainings in operations of machines. It is to be noted that machines are made safe by customization. Around 50 students per year go through this training and are successfully placed in companies. Similarly, the Blind Relief Association also aims to provide opportunities for the visually impaired to polish and in many cases start developing their skill sets. A one-year program for multi-skill training was introduced in 2014 to acquire various skills such as bookbinding, chair canning, stitching, packaging, etc. These require a variety of skills to work in the industry and also is advantageous in that its timings are flexible to meet the needs of the students. Also, a one-year program exists which is devoted to training to work at a call center. It provides students with instructions in communication skills and recording responses on the computer. For any of the above programs, there are generally no prerequisites to join, and if they exist, they generally go up to completion of the 12th standard. Government quota and benefits for persons with disability. Government of India considers only those with a minimum of 40% of any disability. For example, for you to be considered for reservation for having low vision, your vision needs to be at least 40% lower than normal eyesight. The Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment identifies the posts valid for persons with disability reservation. These jobs are identified on the basis of job responsibilities and duties involved. Other concessions given to PWD candidates include age limit relaxation, exemption from paying examination or application fees, relaxation in suitability standards, reservations and promotions, etc. The implementation of the Persons with Disability Act 1995, which mandates 1% of jobs for people with visual disability in government and public sectors, have paved the way for visually challenged. With its specialized training initiatives that backs the visually challenged with skills, several Indian Association for Blind alumni are gainfully employed in the government sector in sectors like teaching, railways, and banking. So far, about 750 Indian Association for Blind alumni have been employed in government sectors. In a unique initiative, several Indian Association for Blind alumni have been re-employed in Indian Association for Blind after retiring from government service. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana is a skill development initiative scheme of the Government of India for recognition and standardization of skills. Under this scheme, there are certain initiatives to encourage participation of persons with disabilities in the skill training, namely post-placement support, monthly conveyance allowance, boarding and lodging, etc. There is an exclusive sector skill council for PWDs, namely Skill Council for PWD, for catering to the needs of the PWD candidates and run training in PWD-friendly training centers. Such centers are structurally designed to enable PWD candidates to experience a beneficial training such as availability of Braille, computer screen reader for visually impaired, sign language interpreter for speech and hearing impaired at training centers. Financial assistance for skill training of persons with disabilities is another such scheme that targets skill development of people with disability as per industry needs, which can help with employment and contribution to India's growing economy. Success story. India is home to 2.7 crore people living with one or the other kind of disability. According to the 2011 census, 2.21% of India's population is differently abled. Unlike the developed world, India's disabled are made further socially vulnerable due to lack of quality education, lack of women's safety, and attitudinal barriers as they continue to grapple with the challenges of access, acceptance, and inclusion. Jitendra Agarwal has made it his mission to make it possible for disabled individuals to make their dreams come true and is being hailed as a messiah by the disabled community. His organization, Sarthak Educational Trust, is a holistic platform for providing skills and empowering disabled persons and has so far placed nearly 10,000 disabled candidates in various sectors including retail, BPOs, IT and hospitality through its 13 skill development centers present across India. In 2004, Dr. Jitendra Agarwal, who was a practicing dental surgeon, lost his vision due to macular degeneration of retina. For 4 years, the doctor fought with the anguish that people with disabilities face on a daily basis. Instead of submitting his fate to the generosity of people, Jitendra decided to take charge to help himself and millions in the same situation. He first got himself trained in screen readers and other software to manage and execute his daily activities through computers. After equipping himself, he embarked on his journey to empower and create an inclusive world for people with disabilities. In 2008, he gave wings to his dream with the first Sarthak Center in Delhi, which aimed at providing skills and employing visually impaired candidates in the field of medical transcription. During the period 2004 to 2007, it was like roaming in the dark as I did not know what PWD in India faced. I researched and found that the disabled are treated with charity and not with economic empowerment. That provided me a reason to start Sarthak and help the disabled live with integrity, reveals Jitendra Agarwal, founder of Sarthak Educational Trust. Helping people with disabilities, focusing on holistic development of PWD, the organization follows four models of training: basic training program, employability training program, corporate linked training program, and medical transcription. In basic training program, candidates between the ages of 18 and 30 years are enrolled in a 3-month training program which covers basic life skills. After completion of the course, the successful candidates are assessed and certified. The corporate training program, which lasts for about 15 days, aims to enhance the professional growth of differently abled candidates, and under this program, candidates are provided on-the-job training. The employability training program, designed for candidates between 18 and 30 years, focuses on employability enhancement and employment generation of the trainees. The duration of this program varies from 60 days to 90 days and is divided into two phases. Phase 1 refers to foundation course, wherein individual is provided with basic understanding of computer skills, English, and soft skills. In the second phase, trade-specific training is provided to the trainees in the area of retail, BPO, IT and hospitality. Though the core focus of the organization is on skill development and employment of the differently abled, it is also working in other areas like early intervention, which helps in identifying and preventing disability at early stages in young ones, inclusive education by checking school dropouts and inclusion of disabled students, creating sensitization about the capability of differently abled candidates among corporates, NGO capacity building, and accessible event management support. So, what are his plans for the future? Jitendra believes that disabilities affect people across the globe, and Sarthak, which has already transformed thousands of lives in India, soon aims to positively impact the disabled communities in neighboring countries like Sri Lanka, Bhutan, and many more.
Riddles. Solution to last riddle.
In the last issue, we presented you with the following riddle. You have 5 jars of pills. Each pill weighs 10 grams except for contaminated pills contained in one jar where each pill weighs 9 grams. Given a scale, how could you tell which jar had the contaminated pills in just one measurement? We hope you were able to figure it out. Here's the solution. To find the contaminated jar, follow the stepwise approach. Step 1. Take out 1 pill from jar 1, 2 pills from jar 2, 3 pills from jar 3, 4 pills from jar 4, and 5 pills from jar 5. Step 2. Put all these 15 pills on the scale. The correct weight is 150. But One of the jars has contaminated pills, so the weight will definitely be less than 150. Step 3. If the weight is 149, then jar 1 has contaminated pills because there is only one contaminated pill. If the weight is 148, then jar 2. If the weight is 147, then jar 3. If it is 146, then jar 4. And if it is 145, then jar 5. New riddle. There are 3 boxes, box 1, box 2 and box 3, containing gold, silver and mixture of silver and gold respectively. Each of the 3 boxes contains a label on them describing the contents. Mr. Hurricane comes and messes up all the labels. Now each box is labeled with the name which it exactly doesn't contain. You are given only one chance to open a box and you should guess all the remaining 2 box contents correctly. Which box will you choose to open, keeping in mind that all 3 boxes are labeled wrong? Stay tuned for the next issue of Industry Mitra Quarterly Audio Magazine to find out.
End of the book. With this, we have come to the end of the 7th edition of the Industry Mitra Quarterly Magazine, Education and Training. Any suggestions for improving the quality of recording is always welcome. Please contact Mitra Jyoti. The address is given at the beginning of the book. Mitra Jyoti wishes you every success in all of your lives and undertakings. This is Shweta Yadav, Manik Mahajan, Gauri Warrior, Mufid Sheikh, Malvika Nair, Gokul Venu, Rashmika Prakash and Deepthi Satish Kumar. Hope you have enjoyed this book and benefited from its listening. Thank you.